right, welcome to the latest edition of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Ecosystem interviews in partnership with Proxbook. My name is Steve Statler of Statler Consulting, and this is a Northern European, Central European edition of our guide. We're using Estonian technology for the connection. We're using Skype to talk to the CEO of Estimote. So let's talk a bit about standards. There's just been so much happening with Google, and are you at Google I/O at the moment? Did we?
Yes. This week we are at Google I/O, and we've been absolutely blown away by the progress that Google made as a company in terms of like beacons and proximity. So if you want, I can just quickly comment what we have learned yesterday. So there are like two amazing features that are coming for every beacon innovator. So the first feature is that in the past, in order to deliver amazing experience to the consumer, that consumer had to download an app ahead, right? So for example, if you are a Target customer, you have to download Target app, you go to Target, and then your app will benefit of the presence of beacons. But if you don't have a Target app, nothing can be achieved. Target cannot collect data, and you cannot also experience these magical experiences. So Google is trying to solve it with Nearby API. So basically, it will be possible for the phone to receive notifications from beacons even if you don't have an app installed, and they do it by integrating beacons with the Google Play app that is being distributed more than 1 billion users. So when you, for example, enter Guggenheim Museum in New York and you don't have the app, Google Play app will surface the information, and you will be actually able to just push one button and download that app. So that's one an amazing kind of innovation that is really will help the beacons and all these proximity experiences to spread out. And another is something they call instant app downloads or experiences. So basically, Google has changed a little bit the architecture of Android. So now you don't have to download the app in order to experience it. So it sounds like magic, but it does work. So basically, let's just imagine that I want to send you a link to the Yelp restaurant, review. So basically, if I do it through Messenger, in the past you had to download the Yelp app, open the app, navigate to that place. So now, when you hit the link I send you, the Yelp app will open, and that particular experience, native experience, will be delivered to you despite the fact that you don't have the Yelp app. So I don't know how they do it, whether they download some elements of the app in the background, but it's amazing. So it's basically blending this web and native in a completely new way. So if we combine it with physical web, this is another initiative by Google where beacons can actually broadcast URLs, then we will end up in a completely new world where you enter museum or enter the park meter and approach the park meter or enter an airport gate, and you will be able to experience a micro experience that might consist of transaction, might consist of content, without the need of downloading an application. So it's like it's a groundbreaking innovation by Google, and they did a great job.
Very cool. I'm excited, and my dog Fairbanks is excited as well. You may have heard him in the background. So we've got Scott Jensen from Google coming on in a couple of weeks to talk about latest on physical web, but I'd love to get your perspective on how quickly you think people are going to get used to browsing the physical web. I believe in it, but I just worry about whether people are going to figure out that they can browse these URLs that are coming from beacons.
Well, so physical web is another initiative from Google that been well designed and well thought. Basically, what they did initially, they created this module, this kind of scanner that's like scanning all these physical web beacons. And in the beginning, it was just a standalone app. There wasn't that much value. But what they did, they integrated that module with Chrome, which is another property that Google has with more than 1 billion users, right? And also that module is now being integrated not only with by the Chrome browser, but by the Opera browser and some other browsers. So we see, again, apps that are installed, that are pre-installed by default, such as Chrome, that they are, again, able to pick up the signal from beacons and also navigate you to either the website, either the app. And a really cool initiative is something that's called Web Bluetooth. And this is the browser that is capable of opening the website and through the JavaScript and through the HTML actually talking to beacons. So this is amazing. So if you have GPIO beacons connected to your garage door, there is no need for an app anymore, because there could be a little website that can just open when you approach it. You push a button, and through the JavaScript, it will trigger the garage door to be open. So we are extremely excited about the physical web, and of course, it's not a technology challenge. It's more like a user experience and UI challenge. How people will find these messages and these notifications, and Google did a great job. So this is something that's called I think like lower priority message. So basically it's not buzzing, it's you just swipe down to see what's possible. So when you approach Park Meter, you just swipe down and you see it's there, you can hit and pay. So they did a really great job designing it from the user experience perspective. And also we need to remember that the physical web is not only the scanner, but it's also centralized cloud-based technology, which means all these URLs, before they will be presented in the Chrome, they actually need to be resolved by the Google Cloud or Google technology. And we know that Google is great at building relevant, links and content. So hopefully this is also prevent, from spammers, spamming people with, with non-relevant content. So we are extremely excited, and then we see we're looking forward to seeing the sessions by Scott and other Google team members today. And it sounds that this technology and beacons are more and more available for consumers to interact with.
Very good. Well, Jacob, we're going to have to wrap up. We could easily do another hour, but I'm just going to thank you for doing a marvelous job. Great insight into the background to your company that's done so much very cool work. And
awesome. I just want to say one last thing, because this is like a really new cool product that we're actually announcing actually today. So what you can see I have on my body today, it's actually a T-shirt with like a built-in physical web beacon in it.
Interesting.
So basically today during the Google I/O, we are announcing that for the developers and in the community, there will be available an app that you can just download from the Google Play, and that app will enable you to configure what kind of URL you want to broadcast as a human body. Right? So you can set up your GitHub account, you can set up your LinkedIn profile, and suddenly all the developers or all the people around you that have Chrome, they will be able to actually see who you are, and they will be able to engage with your profile. So as developers, they love T-shirts, so now they will be able actually to interact with your physical web URLs, and since we are running this interview, anyone who is watching, just tweet us, just reach out to us on Twitter, and we'll just send you some.
Wonderful. That's a great offer. So they should tweet Estimote and mention.
Yeah. They should tweet. We have like a limited batch, so first come, first serve. But anyone who will mention us, we'll be more than happy to send you some, so you can try. You can set up your different whatever you want. If you want like a Tinder profile, that's fine. Just go be creative.
Very good. Well, Jacob, thanks for that generous offer. Thanks for being a great guest. And thanks everyone for tuning in to this co-production with our friends at Proxbook and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Beaker System. We're having a lot of fun here. Hopefully you're finding it interesting. Jacob, thanks again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.